what am I trying to say here? Clarity that we used to have. And that does come up a lot. But at the same time, it's sometimes people are bringing up questions that you haven't thought to ask in a long time, and those answers are not always as relevant as they were 2, 3, 5, 10, 15 years ago. And I think that's another really important thing about having these in. How active you want to be in these groups is, I would say entirely up to you. Generally speaking, we don't get into so much comment wars on stuff like LinkedIn, but it does happen. But I like the reminder. I like to be reminded of what people are working on, especially when you find yourself in a position that's doing more management or project management, and the designers out there trying to figure out, well, how do you deal with this? How do you deal with that? And it's an opportunity to throw down your mentorship a little bit to help someone out who's in the area that you were in a handful of years ago. And everybody is somewhere where you were at some point. And as confusing and convoluted as that sound, they may be just interested in getting design or finding out about it. They might be getting their hands on Figma or Illustrator or whatever for the first time. And though you might feel it's passe or, that you're beyond it, you can help these people a lot. And so it's important to be out there and make friends and make those connections. And again, networking, you never know where that's going to go.
Meetup.com is another one. There's a plethora of meetups in every geographic location. That's another one. I think Corsica has some things that have been beneficial for me. edX, I can't say enough. I think edX is a phenomenal tool as well when it comes to things like you don't necessarily need coding, but if, hey, you want to make yourself valuable and know a little more, it gives you an opportunity to earn some things. So, or even if you don't finish it, there's no pressure, but you get introduced to it. So I wanted to do a couple of name drops because again, I'm putting myself in the position of, hey, I'm new at this or newer, or I've been in this same job for 10 years and now I have to go back and realize that I wasn't paid industry standard because that always happens, right? And
Opens.
then there's a whole plethora of information I simply wasn't exposed to. I'll give you
Mhm.
one more thing that's worked for me for Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, which is unhinged, right? You want to get some honest opinions. Go to those social medias and start Googling things like maybe groups that work there. So like Walmart FTEs, full-time employees, and you'll be surprised with some of the groups that you can get in and really get some good ideas of the organization itself, some things, expectations that they have, some things to expect. Those have been very, very beneficial for me through the years and even in the interview process because there's some unspoken things that you just will never know unless you know someone in the organization. So I guess a couple more things that I thought about that I kind of wrote down that I wanted to put out there. So go to search and start typing in. You'll be surprised. Now, no guarantees are gonna, let you enter the group, but you never know, right? So,
If you don't ask, the answer is always no. And
so
that's
not
interesting too.